welcome to a brand new video. So this is our first official reading vlog since I've come out my book slump, and I am just so excited for this video. And I thought I would do a little summer reading video where I spend the next week reading only summer romances, and I am so excited. I have obviously some anticipated reads that came out this year, but also books that I've been waiting to read for the past year, and I'm just so excited to finally do some reading since being out my book slump and actually tackle my physical TBR. So I'm just really excited to do some summer reading. Hopefully I'm able to get some footage either at me at the park or like in my garden, just to get the summer feels. And I'm just really making use of what we have left of summer and the nice weather, especially in the UK. So I thought I would spend the next week doing some reading, especially summer reading. So that is what we're going to do in today's video. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure you do the usual YouTube stuff. So first up, we're going to be reading Funny Story by Emily Henry. I have been waiting to read this book for ages. Like, this has been on my anticipated reads since it came out this year, and I've just been waiting to read it. But obviously I got my book slump, but now we're finally going to get to it. This book features Miles and Daphne. So these two both got broken up with, and their partners basically get together and get engaged, which leads these two to be roommates. And after one drunken night of too many tequilas, they decide to fake date, and I think it's going to be really cozy, really sweet. It's definitely giving the summer vibes by the background. Just know it's going to give like summer feels, which is what I want. And even though I'm not on holiday, I'm hoping reading summer books is really going to just like integrate me into summer and make me feel like we're in summer. Like, yes, we are in summer and the weather has been good, but I just don't feel like I've been doing much summery things, especially like the past few days since I did like my Brighton day out. I feel like summer kind of just ended for me, and I've just been like at home doing nothing, lounging around the house doing some reading, but like nothing else. But I feel like reading some summer books is really going to get me like in my imagination of summer. Just finally happy that I'm getting to read books from my TBR. I know like I read some books in the reading slump video which were from my TBR, but it was only like one book I think, and it was kind of all over the place. So I have been reading and I've been enjoying the books I've read, but I just want to read some summer books because we're in summertime, and I want to at least do like a reading vlog like this where we read books together. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this. Hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, book number one is Funny Story by Emily Henry. So let's get to reading.
Piso nessa areia fina, vejo no mar uma menina, doce Bahia. Vejo dominó na esquina e banguelo sorrindo de alegria, doce Bahia. E piscina, enquanto na ondina tem jacaré e capelinha, no alto da ladeira, aperitivo e piscina, enquanto na ondina.
Hi guys, I don't know if you guys can see me properly. I hope you can, but I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update. So I'm on chapter 7, page 63 of Funny Story, and I'm enjoying this book so much. I find Miles and Daphne so refreshing, like the relationship between the two characters. They don't really know each other that much, but I can already feel like a genuine like friendship coming along. So I'm hoping that I can see them progress as like a friend first, then into like relationship. I know they're fake dating, but I think seeing like the friendship, two lovers, hopefully that's kind of what we're gonna get at. I don't know. I can really relate to Daphne and some of the stuff that she's talking about. So for example, she was talking about how she's the type of person that just has like a few close friends, which I'm exactly the same, and that sometimes she meets people that like have loads of group of friends and she can feel like really scared or really like I don't know, stressed out because she thinks that those are the type of people that won't leave and be friends with her, that a lot of the close friends she has, they're like the same as her basically. And I really love the fact that she's a child librarian. She likes children, she likes reading, and that's very much like stuff that I'm interested in. And just how Emily Henry writes about that is really interesting. How she talks about how she picks specific books for different children, how she's really excited to come to work and read and stuff like that, and I just find it really refreshing. And then also as well, I just love like the inner monologue. Like this is in first person of Daphne, and I just love that, seeing in her POV. I think she's a very interesting character, which it makes it easier. I do wish it was dual POV because I just love a dual POV. Like that would have just made the book 10 times better if it did have that, but I'm still enjoying it nevertheless. And yeah, I'm just taking my time to read this book. I'm not rushing the process, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. Carry on reading a little bit before bed. I think I'm going to see if I can get like 100 pages in, but so far I'm finding these two characters really refreshing, and I really like Miles and Daphne. So I'm going to carry on reading, and then I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Morning guys, I thought I would give you guys a little bit of an update. So I'm actually giving you guys an update since I started the book. Actually no, I did give you guys a bit of an update I think 2 nights ago, but I haven't given you guys an update since then. But I'm on chapter 12 at the moment. I just finished chapter 11 and I'm on page 129, so I'm about a quarter way or maybe a third way through the book, and I love Miles and Daphne, as I was saying a few days ago, and just their chemistry. They have a natural chemistry and like friendship going on. It seems like Miles is opening up a lot more to Daphne than he ever did with his previous girlfriend, and I just hate, like, obviously I hate what the couple did to these two anyway, but Peter, the level of gaslighting with Peter, like he just thinks he can have everything. Like he broke Daphne's heart, but he still has the cheek to say, I still care for you and stuff like that. It's like, no, you actually want to have both. He wants to have both options, but no, that's not how life works. Daphne, I could really relate to her in terms of like how she feels about people that comes in and out her life. She feels like she's quite replaceable, and especially with like her mum and that, because her mum took care of her for so much, she feels like she shouldn't burden her mum with certain things because her mum has her own life going on, and because her mum has her own life going on since obviously taking care of her as a child, she feels like she's not giving her mum that time to like live her life. But Daphne, she just doesn't know really where she belongs. She has her love for like reading and storytelling because she works in the library, which I love that aspect, and yeah, I'm really enjoying them so far and the storyline. And yeah, Emily Henry does not miss. It definitely feels different obviously to Happy Place because it's a very different plot line, but I love that. I find it quite refreshing, and Miles is just a gem. Like he is just a sweetheart, and I love these two so much. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. So my plan today is to see if I can read a little bit more. I am going out today, so I'm going to do some reading on the train because my train's about 40 minutes, and then on the way back. But yeah, that's just my update for now. I'm going to carry on reading a little bit and see how I do, but this evening I definitely want to do a lot more reading. All I can say for now is that I'm really enjoying the plot line, and I just can't wait to see the progression of the story. Like I already feel connected to the characters, and we're only 128 pages in. We're not even halfway yet, so I'm so excited to see like the progression of that, especially like the romantic progression and the friendship as well. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. That's my little update for now, so I'll see you guys in a bit. So guys, I am home now actually, and I did a little bit of more reading. I'm only on chapter 14, so I didn't read that much. I read about 2 chapters, and yeah, I just love Miles and Daphne. So my plan for this evening is to do some more reading. So far, so good. Love this book. So yeah, that's my update for now. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So guys, I am back. I'm giving you guys an update. I don't think I've spoken to you guys for about a day now, but I have around 40 pages left of Funny Story. I'm on chapter 34. But this book, I don't even know what to say. Miles and Daphne, I just love their relationship, but at the same time, I also love the friendships and the messages in Emily Henry's writing and stories. Is not just about these characters and the stuff they go through, but it's like sending little messages that we can relate to, or messages that help us heal. Like, reading these books is my form of self-care, especially because there's some messages that I relate to and that audiences can relate to, and it's just very refreshing. And I think I love that about Emily Henry. It's not simply reading a story about romance or relationships or love. It's a story about the journey that each individual person goes through to get to those points, and how those relationships, love and stuff like that is integrated as part of it. Like, it's one part of our life. And Daphne, I really love her character because she's always felt like she's left out. We learn a lot more about her and her parents and stuff like that, and I think that's why her and Miles work so well together, because they kind of have like, they have different backgrounds, but they're quite similar. They're able to relate to each other on like an emotional level. I think it's more the emotions, because they've both experienced similar emotions. They're able to connect. So it's not necessarily them going through the same things, but them having the same feelings, the same emotions, and just being very empathetic towards each other and their feelings is just like what I love about them. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying this book. It's just so good. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely getting me into the summery feels. The next few days are going to be really nice weather as well, so hopefully I'm going to be able to get some footage of me like outside and about. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this book for now, so I see you guys in a bit. So my loves, I actually have a little update for you guys. Yesterday I finished Funny Story by Emily Henry. I didn't get much footage because I was travelling. I'm actually in a new location at my friend's house, so I didn't get to film anything for finishing the book, but it was so good. Just the ending alone was chef's kiss. Like, I highlighted so much more, especially towards the end. This book, what I love about it is the messages. I've said it before, I've touched upon it, and it just makes the book even better. But look how many like sections I have like highlighted. It was a bit hard to highlight on the train, so some of it's a bit wobbly, but I have so many bits that I just loved. Miles and Daphne, these two together with chef kiss, especially Miles. He's just such a sweetheart and just so cute. Like, this couple makes me feel so happy. Whilst reading this book, like, the emotions these characters had was so raw and relatable that it was feelings that I've once experienced in my life and feelings that other people might experience, and it was just so important that it was highlighted, especially the stuff around family and the stuff about people not doing what they say they will, or like you set plans with people and stuff like that and it just doesn't work out, and how like sometimes the life that you live is not the life that you wanted. You do it for other people, but actually you realizing that at the end of the day you should be doing what you want to do is like the most important thing. And I just love Daphne, like she's just beautiful, like the whole world. I love like the descriptions, I love the writing styles, how Emily Henry describes places. It makes me wish that I was there. And also what I love, as I've said in the other books, like it's a happy place. Emily Henry is so good at writing. Even the characters you don't like, the fact that you don't like them is like really interesting, because it's the fact that these books bring out such emotions that resemble like movies and TV shows or even real life events, makes it just so raw and has that element of realism that I just love. In terms of rating, I decided to give Funny Place a 4.75 because it was just so good. But the only reason why it didn't get a 5 stars is because I just didn't have the 5-star feeling, and also at times I just felt like certain things weren't necessary in the plot line. But apart from that, like literally everything else was perfect. Absolutely love this. I understand why people have hyped it up as they have, and I'm just happy that one of my anticipated reads for 2024 has turned out really good. So yeah, I finished that book, and then yesterday I started off The Rule Book by Sarah Adam. Currently on page 89, chapter 10 or 11, I can't remember. In this book we meet two characters that basically they're exes, and she's a sports agent and he's obviously a football player, and she basically gets assigned to be his agent, but he doesn't know that until they meet, and he's like, nah, I don't want you to do that, because she broke his heart when they were in college, and like he has never forgiven her for that. So like the story and the premise is like them working together, but also they have the unresolved feelings as well, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I actually really like the main characters in this book. The female main character is a little bit annoying, but like I find it refreshing. I love how unique she is, and I like she's quite similar to Daphne. Like they both have single mums, and the feelings they have towards like their fathers are quite similar, and I didn't even realize, I didn't even anticipate that because I didn't know what this book was about. But I'm really loving like the enemies to lovers. It's quite fun. Like he's getting her to do like a range of different things, and it doesn't even relate to her really being an agent. It's like stuff like cleaning his car and that, because he's trying to get her to quit. But I just love like she's not giving up, and Nora, she's just very likable, even Derek, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's just like nice and cozy. I also love like enemies to lovers, so I'm really enjoying this plot line, and yeah, I just can't wait for it to burst. Obviously I'm not 100 pages in yet, but my plan for today, this book isn't very long, my plan is to get like halfway if I can, and then finish it off tomorrow on the train. But there's not going to be loads of footage because I am going out today, so I'm going to do like a little bit of reading now until my friend finishes getting ready, and then we're going to go to town, and then maybe in the evening we'll come back and do some reading, because yesterday we did like a little reading session because my friend reads as well, which is just so fun. My legs are starting to hurt now because I'm on the floor, but yeah, really enjoying it. So good. Again, I love Sarah Adams' writing, and it's been quite refreshing to like read her books again, because I haven't read her books since The Cheat Sheet, and it's just really refreshing. But that is it for now, so I'll see you guys in a bit. We're back, and I'm giving you guys a little bit of an update. So we've caused a massive dent in this book. I got back around an hour ago from town with my friend, and I've just spent like the past hour binging this book because it's just so fun to read. Like I absolutely love Nora. I just find her hilarious, but I think what I've realized is a lot of her humor comes from like insecurity, and just like she's very bubbly, and I just really like that. There's points where like I understand like why people might find her annoying, but I personally find it refreshing, and I really enjoy that about her. And yeah, like I love her little wit and stuff like that, and I just love Derek as well. The book does have a bit of miscommunication, but I feel like these characters really deal with it well. They've had a lot of like deep conversations, and they're finding like the right page at the moment, and they're just so cute. I'm finding this whole story very cute, very easy to read, which is why I'm like flying through it. Actually on chapter 31, page 247, so we have just over 100 pages left of the book, so not that long at all. But I wanted to give you guys like a little update before I finish the book. But I'm literally flying through it. Like, I started reading it yesterday evening for like an hour, and I've been reading it for about an hour and a half today, so I think within another hour I'll definitely finish this book. But it is so good. I'm enjoying it so much. I love like the holiday vibes, and I just really enjoy it. It feels very summery, and yeah, I'm just finding it really cute. The couple's very cute. I didn't want to thought this, but reading this book, Nora, the way she talks about like her habits, so when she's nervous she likes to clean and organize. I feel like she has some type of OCD. I don't know if it's just me. Even her emotions, and she can have quite obsessive emotions about herself, and also loads of thoughts going through her head. But she's very aware of her mistakes, I feel like. And yeah, I just find her really refreshing, and I'm really enjoying this book so far. So I'm going to continue reading for now, see if I can finish it, and then I'll give you guys my rating in a bit. So I'll see you guys then. Morning guys, so I have officially finished The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I actually finished it yesterday, and this book I finished so quickly compared to Funny Story, which took me about 4 days to read. This took me about a day, I would say, because I started it in the evening on Friday and then I finished it yesterday, so it didn't take that long at all, considering I was like out and about yesterday especially. And obviously I only started like reading at like 9 on the Friday, but I finished the book. And let me say this book is so fast paced. It didn't even feel like a lot of reading. It's only like 340 pages, so not the longest book. I think it had what it needed, and I just really enjoyed it. One of my favorite things of the story is like how the author ingrains like feminism and female empowerment throughout, especially like during Nora's phone call to her mum. She was like, oh, like women should be able to have choice, like feminism should be about choice and stuff like that, and that if you decide that you want to work and do what you want, that's your choice. If you decide you want to stay at home and take care of your kids, that's your choice. If you want to do both, that's your choice. But at the end of the day, what women should have is the choice to choose, the freedom to choose. And that's really important, because I think especially with feminism, there's so many different types of feminism actually, when it should actually be one united front. And I know there's like loads of stuff where like people that are claimed to be feminists are criticizing women for showing their bodies and stuff like that, but actually it's not about that. It's about women being able to choose. If a woman wants to walk around half naked, that's up to her. What we're trying to say, and what she's trying to say, is like in society, women should not be put down for doing stuff that they want to do. It should be their choice, and it should be their choice if they want to do it. Rather, in the past, women being naked, stuff like that, it's not been their choice. It's been what magazines are portrayed and stuff like that, and the messages that we see in media. The idea of feminism and female empowerment is really ingrained into Nora's character, which is why I loved her so much. So even though at times like she could be a bit annoying because she's quite obnoxious a little bit, and she's just a little bit like, she's very humor and stuff like that, that you forget the good parts of her. And she's definitely a girl's girl, like no doubt about that. This girl is definitely a girl's girl, and I just love that about her. I love her and Derek, and seeing them come together and stuff like that. I will say this, when they did get together, I kind of lost like interest in the storyline. I really enjoyed it. It was really fast paced, definitely cozy and fluffy. So if you want something like that that's easy to read, definitely recommend this book. It was just so good, and I just love seeing all the old characters, especially Nathan and Brie. So I decided to give it a 4 stars. I was saying between a 4 stars and 4.25, but I think it's probably a 4 stars because I love the characters and that, but I wasn't attached to them. They're not my favourite couple, but I did enjoy the book. It was just so fluffy. I love like the holiday vibes that it has and stuff like that. It's very summery, so definitely recommend it if you want a fluffy duffy little book. But I'm so happy I read it. It was so good. And now I'm not actually going to be doing any reading for the rest of the day probably because I'm traveling back home. My plan for tomorrow is to start a new book, which will be our final book for this video. So I'll see you guys in a bit where we'll be going home and then we'll choose the book. But yeah, that's my plan for today, so I'll see you guys when I get home. Hey guys, I am back home now. It's around 5 o'clock and I literally just got home maybe about 10-15 minutes ago, and so I changed my top because it is boiling today. I think it's like 28 degrees, I don't know what, but it's boiling, and I'm actually happy that I got home the time I did so I can hopefully do some reading outside and enjoy the weather, because I don't think I've had any footage of me actually doing like anything summery because the weather has been a bit weird like the past few days. But it is warming up again. It was really warm last week, but I wasn't really leaving the house or doing anything summery. But it's time now to pick our final read. So obviously I showed you guys those books, but actually I was looking at my bookshelf and my TBR and I thought of the perfect book to end this video, and that is no other than One More Shot by Anise Starr. This is actually the third and final book in her series Flights and Feelings, and this book features Elliot and Dane. So Dane is the brother to Bailey, who is the protagonist in the first book, and then obviously Elliot is just like a new character we meet. Basically Elliot and Dane have a one night stand, but I don't think it goes well, and basically they don't see each other until she gets hired to be the photographer at Dane's sister Bailey's wedding, and obviously they bump into each other. Feelings are still there, but there's also kind of their enemies to lovers, and I thought it would be the perfect book to end this video. I'm so excited to read this because the two other books have been a 5 and a 6 stars to me because they've been that good, and I can't wait to read One More Shot because I know it's going to be great. And yeah, I'm so excited to read this book. It's definitely giving summer vibes. Look at the beautiful cover of like the two main characters, but also like the wedding vibes. For me, I feel like weddings are perfect and they give the ultimate like summer vibes. I don't know why. I know you can have weddings at all time of the year, but I feel like weddings mostly happen in the summertime, and it just gives me the vibe of summer. So I'm really excited to read this and like be in that world again because I love these characters, and the way Anise Starr writes, she writes a perfect like fluffy cozy romances but also have deeper meaning and depth to the characters, which is so hard to achieve, especially in romance. I feel like for me as well, it actually is really hard to achieve that. A lot of books nowadays have like a lot of spice and loads of smart, and if you can do that really well, the emotional depth between the characters, especially because this book is under 300 pages long, I feel like the perfect romance usually is between like 300 to 500 pages. I feel like if it's over 500 pages, it's sometimes too long for no reason, but for like under 300 pages, I feel like it's harder for you to like meet characters you really connect with. So I am really excited to read this because Anise Starr does this very well, and I'm in a mood for a black romance, and I've been saying that this whole year I've been wanting to read more black romance, and I'm going to do actually a video where I read black romance for the week, but I thought this would be the perfect book to end this video because it's ultimate summer vibes. Obviously literally the series is named Flights and Feelings, and I don't know about you, every time I think about going on a flight, it's for holiday. Like it doesn't matter, and obviously usually holidays you go in summertime. So this is going to be our third and final book, so I'm really excited to read it, so let's get to it. I am back, and I haven't even given you guys an update since I started One More Shot, and this book, I'm obsessed with it. I'm not shocked that I'm obsessed with it because the first two books I've given a 5 and a 6 stars. Like that's how much I enjoyed them. I wasn't surprised to see how much I'm loving this one. But Elliot and Dane, these two are just so perfect. Like I'm obsessed with them. Like Dane, every little thing he does is absolutely perfection. Like he she was ill, and he literally came and surprised her, cooked her food and stuff like that. And he remembered her mentioning she loves like her grandma's like soup recipe 2 years ago, like when they first met 2 years ago. And I just found that so cute. His perfection, and just the little things he does, the little acts of service, just makes him amazing. Same with Elliot. I absolutely love her as a character. She's definitely the little quote things at the beginning, like she's a eldest daughter of her family and everyone relies on her for everything. Like they don't ask her, but they assume that she will always be there. So even with her mum and stuff like that, she is always taking care of everyone, including her nana, and she thinks that she should take care of everyone, but no one should take care of her, that she said that she can just take care of herself. Whereas Dane very much comes in and shows her like more than that, like you need someone, you can't do everything alone, especially if loads of people rely on you, you just like helping them and not focusing on yourself. It has a depth, like I really feel connected to Elliot and how she feels, and I love the connection between these two characters. It's such a emotional relationship I can feel with them. Like it started off with friends, but it's always felt more than that. And yeah, I'm just loving them. It's just so good. I haven't even given any updates, and we are basically nearly finished the book. I'm on chapter 22, page 198, and this is how much we have left of the book. So my plan for today is just to finish it off really, but it is just amazing. I've been doing some reading outside, but it's absolutely boiling right now. It's 32 degrees and I'm sweating, so I don't know if I'm gonna go back out because inside the house is just so much cooler. But my plan is to finish it off. I've been reading it on my Kindle because it's a lot easier to read. But yeah, I just love these two characters. I'm obsessed with this book, enjoying it, not surprised though. And yeah, got a little bit left, got about 90 pages left of the book, but so far so good. And yeah, let's get back to reading. So besties, I am back now and I have finished One More Shot by Anise Starr, and this book, guys, this book was everything. I absolutely adored Dane and Elliot. This is obviously the last book in the Flights and Feelings series by Anise Starr, and I was not disappointed. Not only did I get to see my favourite characters from the other books, but the development of Dane and Elliot, I was obsessed. They have such a good emotional connection. They've both been hurt in relationships. They both have walls really high up. So I think that's how they really connected with each other, but also helping each other come out of it. Dane as well has been there for Elliot because she's the oldest daughter. She basically does everything and she doesn't really have anyone that does anything for her. And like Dane was just there to just show like, I'm here for you, you're not alone, we got this together. And I just loved that. I just loved them too. There was just so many great moments between the two of them, but also seeing all the other characters as well and the wedding vibes. I was just in awe and I just loved this book so much. The only downside I would say of this book is of like how it was dealt with in terms of her family. So obviously she's the eldest daughter, she does everything for everyone, no one ever like does anything for her, and we didn't really get to see her kind of deal with that. Like I feel like with some other books you actually have a proper confrontation. For example, Only for the Weak by Natasha Bishop. I love the way the author got the main character to kind of just stand up to her sister and her mother, whereas in this she didn't really get that. You did have a conversation between her and her nan, but I don't think they were the main issues. It really deals with families and being the older daughter and having that burden to take care of everyone. So it did deal with it, but not as much as I liked it to. However, it's not that bad, like, but it is a downside. Like I wish I had more depth in that because she does have that time to have that depth. I feel like there's some bits that weren't needed if it meant like focusing on that type of aspect, but obviously at the same time it's supposed to be like a cozy romance, so I'm not that fussed about it. But I did just love the story as a whole. This whole family of people, I just obsessed with them. And yeah, this book was just chef's kiss, so I'm so happy that I read it. I decided to give One More Shot a 4.75. It was so close to a 5 stars, but obviously one thing was mainly because it didn't delve that much into like the family kind of drama and her kind of standing up for herself. We didn't really get that, which is what I wanted for the character, because they really built up her not taking like any rubbish from anyone, like her standing up for herself, but she doesn't actually do anything, and that's the bit that I was kind of just like, fell flat for me. And also I just didn't have the 5-star feeling. I don't know why. I'm having really good books, so I'm giving them a 4.5 or 4.75, but nothing to give it a 5 stars, which is infuriating. But I did just come out of a book slump, so I do understand that. But yeah, I decided to give it a 4.75 because it was just so good, and I absolutely adored it, and I absolutely adore this series. Dane and Elliot, fantastic way to end the series by any star. So yeah, I just loved it. But that is all the books that we read in today's video. Obviously we had this one, we have the rule book that I read, and then last but not least we have Funny Story, but all really fun read, definitely summery. And yeah, I'm just so happy that I read them. I definitely feel like in summer feels, obviously summer ends in like a month, so I thought this would be like the perfect way to kind of say goodbye to summer. I do have plenty of other books that are like summery that I'm hoping to get through, because I have been tackling my TBR, which I've been happy about. Like so far I've read 6 books this month, and it's currently the 13th of August, I believe. So I've been able to read 6 books in 13 days, which is, I'm so happy about this. Especially coming out of a slump, I was just taking it easy. Like, I'm actually just taking it easy, but I just want to keep reading. And yeah, I'm just enjoying reading at the moment, so I really enjoy doing this. It's definitely putting me in a summery mood, and the weather's gotten a lot better as well. Yesterday was boiling, if you guys saw, and that is why I didn't stay out for long. But yeah, it was just a good cozy day. Enjoyed reading these books, spending the past week just reading some cozy summery books that have the depth that I love. Met some new favorite characters, and yeah, just had an all-round great reading experience this week. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like and a subscribe, usual YouTube stuff. Follow my socials down below, and yeah, I hope you guys are okay. How's your week going so far? How many books have you read so far in the month of August? I hope you guys are staying safe, stay blessed, and as I always say, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, my loves!
Hey, creo que estoy enamorada porque cuando veo cosas muy bonitas pienso en ti, como un cafecito en la primavera se siente tan rico.